Hey everybody, this is Falling to the Top, episode 10 of our first season. It's very exciting. We're going to talk about all sorts of things, including the amazing things that happened this past weekend. No, it's not amazing. There's just horrible stupidity that's constantly happening, and we're going to talk about it. That's what we're going to do. So get ready. We have people coming, and they should show up very soon. If they're no, two are already here, so we're good to go. Enjoy the show.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Sweet baby Jesus. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome, Matt Duffy. How are you?
Best theme song. Like every time.
It's a fun song. It's a fun song.
And I always call it, it's a fancy boy intro and song. And every time I see the three of our faces, I'm disappointed. Mostly mine, but Ryan, you kind of help out a lot with that too.
But Serge says woo. Walkie Talkies Neat says woo as well. Welcome, gentlemen. Can I get a group Ric Flair? Woo!
Whoa!
There you go. That's a group Ric Flair. If anyone, there's always going to be some asshole that ruins it. Welcome to Falling to the Top, everyone. I sent you guys stuff in advance as to what I wanted to talk about. There are crazy things happening. First, I thought we would start with something funny. I was talking with somebody about, so one of our regular viewers brought up the fact that there isn't a height requirement with regards to heavyweight. That means Danny DeVito is only 12 pounds away from being able to fight Brock Lesnar. I think that's awesome. Ryan, Matt, opinions, please.
I feel like he can put that on in a couple of days with some Chipotle and moderate to no exercise.
Yeah, because, realistically, Danny DeVito is a spitting image of what you think of when you say exercise.
I'm just... Listen, first of all...
He's 4'8".
First of all, I am... No.
One at a time.
First of all, Danny DeVito is peak humanity, and you need to just go ahead and digest that for the next 10, 20 seconds.
Man said. Absolutely, Ryan. No, absolutely. Okay, who is basically movie best friends with Danny DeVito?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm the best trainer of all time. Trust me, I talk to Danny. I'm going to do 10 push-ups. Take a break. 2 out of 10. Take a break. Yeah, he'll be in shape. No problem.
That's a horrible impression.
I know, but that's the point. That's how quickly he could get into shape like that. That's why he made that alliance early. He saw there's a potential of him going into this route,
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think if Danny DeVito, granted he is he's 77 years old, so he's not being... listen, if Rocky can do it, you're back. If Rocky can do it, I think that Danny DeVito has a chance. I feel like, and he looks very clawy. Like you really get at it.
Do you think that maybe he'll have a height advantage? Like maybe he'll just it'll just be harder to grab him.
Who, Danny DeVito will have the advantage?
I feel like lower center of gravity, better for grappling, the whole dwarves versus elves debate. I feel like
I don't know. Danny DeVito, it seems like a very hairy man, so there's gonna be a lot of things to grab a hold of.
Listen, this is not that doesn't bring you much advantage. That brings you +3 magic. No other pluses.
Listen, all I'm saying is stamina. If we oil him up, I feel like he's got this.
Why? Absolutely not.
Especially if Ryan does the oiling.
Absolutely. Oh,
because he's gonna get into every nook and cranny.
Oh yeah.
Speedball Brock's.
Oh yeah. Listen, Danny, you'll never be able to forget me when I'm done. That's all I'm saying. anytime you hear like that little lotion squirt out of a tube, you're
Oh.
gonna have flashbacks.
Oh, I can hear it now. It's
I'm,
not
I'm,
good.
I'm not gay.
You're chewing,
but I'm
by the
saying,
way, not helping. Not
listen,
helping because I
That's
feel
what
like
he'd be.
that would happen. You'd be like,
Yeah.
listen, I'm not gay. All I'm saying is if you get the chance to oil down Danny DeVito, you oil down Danny DeVito, okay?
No, you don't.
absolutely not. That
Nope.
is not. Listen, if you said Arnold, I'd be like, oh, absolutely. You know, Lou Ferrigno, sure. Ryan Coleman, absolutely. Incredible specimens. Danny
Like,
DeVito,
also.
fuck out of here with that shit.
Listen, I want look. I've been looking for things to put on a resume, okay? And whatever it takes to get to six figures, if I make it there from oiling down Danny DeVito at least once a week, I'm okay with it, buddies. I'm all the way okay with it. The fear.
Yeah, I think that's Dino actually frozen in time from that
Yeah.
statement.
The fear on Dino's face.
No, he's like, I don't believe this could actually happen. God, Danny, he would give you his pot of gold. Well,
Yes.
yes.
Goes for Ryan too,
Yeah, that is true as well.
right? Ryan's got a secret pot of gold too. It's fair. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I'm great, but I appreciate you noticing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You're okay. I don't know about great.
Yeah, let's not push it today.
Number one, both of you are blind, so I don't trust your opinion.
We're wearing glasses. Where are yours, sir?
I mean, we may be blind, but your Wi-Fi is still in the Stone Age, bro.
Yeah.
Mm.
Aw, Dino didn't pay those bills again.
Duffy, how was your day?
You know what? It was an all right day. I gotta say, it was sunny. It was beautiful. It was the first day in Toronto here that felt like spring, and so I went for a very lovely walk with my dogs, and we got to meet other dog owners, and I got to learn even more that I hate other dog owners.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
general
no,
stuff. Yeah, you.
I'm
Brian.
sorry.
How's your day?
Dog people are the worst people.
They really are. They just, you know what they think. I'm like, if it was, they think their dog wants to smell your other dog. That means that they automatically should be friends, and that you should be friends. And it's like, well, you know
Yeah.
what? No. And first of all, I don't know if I want your dog being friends with my dog. He doesn't have a
Listen-
choice here. He's on a leash for a reason. I
First
wish
of all,
he was on leashes sometimes.
I mean, immediately I'm judging them on what kind of dog they have. So, like,
Automatically.
that's the first problem, right? Because no matter what kind of dog you have, you think it's the best dog, and most moderate polls would disagree.
Yeah.
So, I'm loving the fact that Dino is like a slow motion PowerPoint today. This is great. This is. I am the greatest. He's just like, oh god. What was our next thing that we wanted to talk about while we wait on Dino to buffer?
Well, we can talk about.
Go
I
ahead.
think. Well, it's very topical. It happened today. I believe the time was 2:30. I won't say the exact minute, but 2:30 p.m. today. Gilbert Godfrey passed away. Comedy legend. Very great. Affleck guy. For those of you that know him from the commercials.
No. Come on. We got to give our burst. I don't even know if I can do the impression, but we got to give like the best impression. He was the duck.
It was the duck. Come
Oh
on.
my god.
Gilbert Godfrey was amazing. Such a great comic. One of the dirtiest comics that ever lived.
Oh yeah.
Very good friends with Bob Saget and also with Louis Anderson, which is sad that the three of those guys all passed away this year. So I hope that they are making heaven a little bit funnier going forward.
I'm sure wherever they are, they're having a blast. I just hope that the room is not mic'd. No, Gilbert was one of the greatest, man. That it's we just keep losing the bests, and I don't really see much stepping up. So there's hope for you. You know, there's You
Hope
could be the next Duffy. I believe in you.
I'm the next to die. Yeah, possible.
No, I meant to make it big, but if you want to go dark with it, sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think he was the parrot in Aladdin.
He was the parrot in Aladdin. Absolutely.
He was Iago is the parrot.
That was Gilbert Godfrey.
Don't come back in here and Aladdin shame us with your freaking AT&T issues.
Absolutely will.
I own it on VHS, very special edition. I've only watched it 3 times, so it's worth even more money.
What are you, like, on the basement floor of your apartment building? I don't understand. What's going on here? Why does your Wi-Fi go out all the time?
Is this a Dino thing?
It was a Dino thing, but I think he's gone again.
I thought he was in the basement of his troll home under a bridge.
I mean, Elon Musk is literally, like, Starlink is literally providing internet to a war zone. I feel like we need to get Dino together. Like, we need to, like,
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, like Starlink is like $150 a month, buddy.
And free at local libraries here in Toronto. Dino, maybe.
I mean, do you have McDonald's in Ontario? Like, just go to McDonald's, dude.
We will send you the $2 to get a small coffee, sir.
Listen, first of all, there better still be a dollar menu out there. Otherwise, he's getting a small fry. And when we say a small fry, like the fry where there's like 3 fries and sadness in the bag. Also, side note, just to kind of warm things up from the sadness of Gilbert's passing, since when did McDonald's stop salting their shit? I am so very unhappy with every year the fries have just gotten worse and worse. And now it's like, yeah, here's fucking potatoes dipped in oil with no seasoning. Enjoy, fat fuck. Like, give me my supersized salted heart attack in a bag back, please. Okay, I don't care that guy almost died during the documentary. We all knew day one he was gonna almost die. He knew day one. Day one, that man took out life insurance. Okay, prove me wrong.
I like the fact that you're arguing. You're like, I paid for heart disease. I will get my heart disease. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I put my hard-earned American red or green tax on that.
I read a quote today that says someone did a study that every time you eat pizza, it takes 7 minutes off of your life. So I don't have much longer.
I feel like there are a lot of other reasons why you don't have much longer before we have to go to the pizza equation. It's just, I feel like the fact that you thought that you could talk down to me on camera, that goes top of the list. I'm going to spank you, little man. That's okay. Don't worry. After the last couple of weeks of you ruining my show, it's only fair that you would now attack me. That's reasonable.
It's Oh, you mean the show where you guys attack me for 10 episodes straight? Oh, yeah, I'm so glad. That's why I brought snacks today. Fuck it. Just
we can hear. We can hear that you're
I know you're gonna shame me for being able to hear my chewing when your Wi-Fi goes out like you're trying to pick up Pornhub from the neighbor's house. So it's okay.
I prefer the chewing over the breathing. I'll tell you that much.
Speaking of their neighbor's house, I'm going to go ahead and just assume it's okay if I plug our sponsor. We are announcing on the very special show, the top tier animated show on the network, Falling to the Top, has brought you a brand new sponsorship from Exclusive Housekeeping Services. This summer, are you tired of your crappy garage? Do you want to get rid of some shit? Do you want to be able to have a barbecue with your friends and family and actually open your garage without sadness? Well, just mention Eargasm and they'll give you 10% off their full-bodied, full-factory garage cleaning service. They will take all of that shit out for you and throw it away. You can watch them or you can go to a movie, but get 10% off by saying the name of my company, Eargasm Comedy. I'm done.
I love it. Thank you so much, Ryan. So I love how he's like, I guess I can plug things. I've asked him, I'm like, hey man, yeah, I want you to just say, hey, how about we plug our sponsors? We are in agreement. Proceed. Wonderful. Great job, Ryan. Thank you. You did a wonderful work.
He must have gone and reset his router because I've been waiting for him to freeze out the last 5 minutes.
Me too, to be honest. Walkie-talkies, Ernie brings up the Ninja Turtles are effed if pizza takes 7 minutes off of life. They didn't have long in the first place.
No,
They kind of
Turtles.
peaked too soon, and then
they lived in a sewer.
Shrek
bro.
got his soup. That's okay.
Yeah, no, it
Raised
wasn't.
by a rat. I mean, what kind of hygiene does a rat have to start with?
Also, but keep playing with your mic, fucko. There was this that I wanted to bring to your attention. I feel like this would turn into this very quickly. I think that's
I'm just
without
saying.
question.
I mean, I wouldn't want to fight the guy. Okay, it's always the ones you underestimate that mess you up. Okay, like, I don't. Would you really want to square off with that Wolverine? Come on.
I would hilariously enjoy it because it would be like a tickle fight, and then I just smack him, just beat him. It would be hilarious, much like I'm going to do to you when I come down to Ohio. It'd be great.
Sir, okay, to our viewers, would you watch Danny DeVito and Dino the Genic Marvel fight? And who has to oil up and who doesn't? Like, are we oiling them both up, or
even better? No, Ryan dressed up as if he's Danny DeVito versus Dino the Genetic
Listen,
Marvel.
there's a very good chance that Ryan's face is going on this picture.
I think
That's gonna happen, right?
I'm
That's
okay
the
with
Ryan outfit
Yeah.
versus Dino.
That's exactly how Ryan looks. Just bigger nipples. That's it, right? It's fair. Yeah. So no problem.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I got this. You're a sick fuck.
You loved it. Don't pretend like
You
you
were
yeah.
so-
Don't worry, we'll hire somebody to oil you up for that. Maybe they'll let you touch their wiener. As well, guys, we have a Patreon. If Ryan hasn't mentioned it already,
Yeah,
check out our Patreon. It's very exciting.
please.
I don't want
money.
to. I
Danny
don't want
DeVito is a treasure that should be protected. Nice one, honey. Thank you.
Yes, he is.
No.
I would watch that. Yeah, that's fair.
We all would.
Fuck yes, let's do a Kickstarter. Hey, you know what? I think that's reasonable. We start a Kickstarter, or what are those? What's the one that got taken up?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe for me
Yeah.
and Ryan to have a publicly funded fight. I think we could sell it in an arena.
First of all, people are saying they want to see you fight Danny DeVito. That's what the
No,
people
no,
are
no, no. It's you, Ryan, dressed as Danny DeVito, and we'll call you Ryan Danny DeVito.
Listen, yeah, that's
saying.
we already have volunteer staff. I think this is
Yes, it's going well. Listen,
Yeah.
if you want to make this thing happen,
yes. Yeah,
Go ahead.
hit up the Patreon. There are like 3 different levels, and all of them are worth it. Every one.
Every single one.
we're gonna have a new level. It's gonna be $50 a month, and it's just gonna be called oil.
Oh, listen, when we get a little bit of normalcy eventually, I'm telling you, I have no problem driving down once a week, and we will do this. We will take it on tour all over Cleveland. Summer months only. I feel like frozen oil is worse than warm oil.
No, you'll just glide down the snowy streets. It'll be fine. It'll be great.
Sir, I'm from Canada. I can glide down the streets, the snowy streets, without any oil. Okay,
Not a problem.
easily. Yeah,
Mm.
that is a skill set up here. We learned that before we learn how to walk. What else did I want to talk about? There were other things. The unions have returned like the Sith. That's exciting.
Mm.
I feel like it's weird that so much, like, there's the Teamsters still exist, but instead the new unions are the Starbucks and Amazon union, in which I'm like, listen, it's good that they're unions, but at the same time, that's just warehouse work and, jobs. Weird.
They should be Teamsters. I mean, if they were,
I mean, I'm a union guy. I've been pro union. I'm not unionized now because no one wants to employ me. But that's my issue, not a union's issue. I mean, they kicked me out of every union I've ever been a part of. But
I feel Ryan specifically would benefit from a union, but I could totally see him being anti-union. Ryan?
Actually, the hilarious thing is I'm in a union right now, but my union is fully aware that I'm a commissioned salesperson and they're okay with it. So like my union has no power and gives no benefits. They're just like, yeah, we're the union of the sales reps. You guys want do you
That's
guys
not
want
a union.
do you guys want crackers? Like, what do you want crackers and cheese. Here you go. There, once a year. Only once a year.
I feel like a union named Crackers for Crackers is hilarious. That is, if anything, that is a union name that could go far.
Most unions I've been in have actually had no power and been awful. Like I don't want them to go away, but I'd like them to actually like be what they were 30, 40 years ago. That'd be nice.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, Marco. Welcome. We just started talking about unions and how ridiculous everything is right now.
Yeah.
Welcome, Marco.
Hey, Marco.
Is he frozen?
He
I
might
think
be.
he's doing a Dino
Probably
impersonation.
stoned.
Nope,
No.
he's 100% really frozen. Nice, 2 for
What's
2
up?
today. Let's go.
Are you there?
There we
You
go.
guys
We're
hear
here,
me?
Marco.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, my other laptop
Hear me
decided to shit the bed. So
Hey, if anything, it's just going to be a fun night. I've been coming in and out for my Wi-Fi going crazy, so hey, might as well have tech problems. It's fantastic. Also, did you guys see the videos of the new CEO of Starbucks calling unions an assault? I'm like, I think we need a better class of billionaires. That's what's disappointing now. Not one supervillain, not one superhero. It's bullshit. None of them have flying suits or anything. It's just ridiculous. And if anything, I want to see a billionaire that will throw money at the law and be like, I'm just not going to obey the law and just throw money at people. It'd be great. Opinions.
All out.
please.
I have to agree.
I think we had a few of them, and we called them commies, and we called them bad guys and shit like that. So we don't have people who do that anymore.
Why are you sighing, Ryan? You're such a drama queen.
Man, I think it's hilarious that like they even quoted in their speech like, we just want to thank Mr. Bezos for going to space so we could pull this off. And it's like we have like the Bond villains, but not the cool Bond villains. Like
No,
not
it's like we have the villains from Austin Powers, those kind of villains, where you're like, these not, which ended up, remember, they owned Starbucks. Like, if anything,
I gotta ask all you guys though, especially because Ryan and I have had this conversation plenty of times, and he still doesn't make any goddamn sense on this.
keep my name out your motherfucking mouth.
And look, I ain't Will Smith. You get the shit smacked right back out of you.
I know. Anyways, please, Marco, you were saying, please.
Yeah, I don't understand, especially folks who are trying to make that money, who are trying to be that billionaire, will talk shit about every fucking billionaire all the way to the goddamn top until they become that person. And then all of a sudden, it ain't me. I can't stand that shit. Why should people get penalized for somebody doing a good fucking job? It ain't my responsibility to take care of the world. It ain't my responsibility to feed the poor. It's not my responsibility to fix the homeless problem. It's my responsibility to have a happy fucking life. And if I make $1 billion goddamn dollars, it ain't yours. It ain't his. It ain't nobody else's. It ain't nobody's fucking responsibility but mine to do what the fuck I want with it.
And that's why your Wi-Fi doesn't work, because God hates you.
We're on different sides. I really wish I could remember the book that this was. I really, really wish. But back in the Carnegie and the Rockefeller days, there was this working theories that once you acquired so much wealth, it did become your responsibility to take care of the less fortunate. And we have people who are way more wealthy than Rockefeller and Carnegie ever were, and they don't do shit, man.
It's not even that. We've gotten to the point where like BlackRock has a larger effect on economies than the country of Germany. That's a problem. That's because Germany produces.
These guys control equivalent wealth to countries and they don't like. Okay, they made a space program for themselves. I guess that's kind of cool, but at least do some cool shit occasionally. Like, you know what? Just buy your neighbor's house for them. Repave a road. Do something. Shit. They
Well,
just
this
sit on
is-
it. They just hoard.
Yeah, but the problem is when people are given that choice, then that's fine. When you're telling people you have to do that, then go fuck yourself.
Yes, I'm not saying that it should be taken from them. I'm saying we need a better quality. Like, look, there was what Ryan was discussing was there was a group of billionaires that included Carnegie, Whitney, Rockefeller, all those guys, and every time they would have a meeting, like one of the guys was reported as his workers were poor. And all of his billionaire friends stopped talking to him. They're like, no, you can't treat people like that. Like we're going, no. You have to actually provide for your work. Like if you have a business, let me finish, you dumb cunt. Okay?
Listen,
God
whore,
damn
I
it.
thought you were
Hey,
wrapping
shut
up.
up. Shut up. Then when I wrap up, you talk.
bitch.
You dumb fat piece of shit. God damn it. Anyways, the point is this. If you turn around and you don't take care of your employees, then you don't deserve the respect of your peers. Okay? Much like Ryan does not deserve to be respected because he's constantly cutting people off in this goddamn thing. Would you like a shot there, Ryan?
I just wanted to add that, like,
I just want to interrupt and say, you know what? I think, you know what? I actually don't have anything to say at all.
No, so
what were you saying, Dino? Your point. Your point.
They cut off.
Wait, just 1 second. I just want to. What were you saying, Dino? It was something else. I think it was something else.
You know what?
You were saying?
I had some edibles before, and
Ryan,
they
were you
just
saying
kicked in,
something?
so I'm like, I'm good to go. Thanks, Ryan. Really appreciate that. Just put me over the edge.
Ryan, you were saying something.
Now he's gonna go quiet. Come on, say the point you wanted to add, Ryan. Here, give us the addition.
I'm really trying to figure out what book this was, so I wanted to add it in because I thought we might be able to figure it together. But there was another instance.
You know why you don't remember what the book was? Because it's full of shit.
The same group of people. I forget the man's name, but he owned a private lake with a dam. It was in Pennsylvania, and the dam was deteriorating, and they would meet up at his residence all the time. And they stopped hanging out with him because he wouldn't care for, like, this dam put a whole city in danger.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
he was ousted from the group because it literally, like, it collapsed and flooded the whole town.
Because
right?
he wouldn't take care of it. Yeah.
So, and that was one of the moments that they're like, we need to do better. Like, we can't, like, we should have just cut him off. One of us should have fixed that shit.
Well,
you know?
this is the whole idea behind the principles that are from, like, things like insurance, right? Like, if somebody, it is your job to maintain your property, right? So if someone is walking on your property and gets injured because of the maintenance of your property has failed, you are there responsible. Now,
unless you're setting up traps,
right? Then it's Ryan's house, and it's got a bear trap at his front door. We're like, oh, hey, Ryan, I'll just walk in. No. So, but the idea behind it was the same thing, that those who can afford it, which would be people of significant wealth, should have a responsibility to maintain their property, their area of influence. In the same way, making sure that their workers were properly accommodated, because if someone's working for you, there is a responsibility that they should be able to survive. The problem is that is gone. No, it's every person for themselves. And you know what? If you're starving, it's not my problem.
It's not even
Again, you cut me up. God damn it.
First of all, I'm going to just go now because you were 100% wrapping up your statement. I'm just going to go. Have your power trip without me. I love you both.
It's 30 seconds.
You were literally wrapping up.
Well, you were literally wrapping up there. At least it worked that time.
Oh my God. It's like, guy, just wait 2 seconds. I won't tell you. He's like, it's no problem, man. God damn it.
At least you don't get the mute button.
I really don't like, I feel like it's insulting when someone just takes you off the screen. Like, as you can see, I did not do that. He took himself off the screen, which once again, he's just being a drama queen. It's like, okay, fine, man. I'm so angry. I'm taking myself off the screen.
That's the type of person that'll get his $1 billion and not do dick for nobody.
This is why that. Oh yeah, no, that's the problem, right? Like realistically, look, and I said this before. I think Margot, I said it on your show as well. The idea that any country that has a billionaire, like has an economy that's able to produce a billionaire, but also has people starving, that's a failure of society, right? Like
Absolutely.
everyone should, like, you should be able to become a billionaire. Absolutely, there's no question about it, and you should be able to keep your billion. But at the same time, there should be a standard of living that's also being met to match that in balance, right? If it doesn't, then it's just everyone's a fucking asshole, right?
Isn't that the point of of life, though, to try to break that mold?
What?
So say you're in a society where your economy is, we'll just make it some the $5,000.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
So you aspire growing up in that poor economy to breach that $5,000 mark.
Sure.
So if I make $10,000, yeah, I'm happy I made it out. But you're saying that I shouldn't have been able to make it out if the rest of the people couldn't have came with me.
No. It's not that. It's that this is if I'm able to make more than that $5,000, right? That should be possible for everyone, right?
Right. That should be
right now. But my making more than 5,000 doesn't mean that someone else has to make less than 5,000. Do you understand?
Right. I agree.
So and that's why you're like, no. These people who are making $1 billion should. There's no reason why they shouldn't keep their money. The problem is that everyone else is now we're in a situation where you have an entire state level economy that's borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and people are just going, oh, I'll take a little bit of that, I'll take a little bit of that, I'll take a little bit of that. Oh yeah, well, I don't know why it's an extra $40 billion over budget. Who knew? Did you want this toilet seat for $30,000, sir? I think it's nice. It massages your buttocks.
Is that really the fault of the billionaire though?
No, it's the fault of the system. It's the fault of the entire system. And I can break it down very simply. A very simple example. If, say, there was an economy of 10 people and there was $1 in the economy, and this magical bank had this $1 and said, hey, I'm going to divide that $1 among these 10 people. You each get 10 cents. And they're all like, great, we all have 10 cents. And like, but at the end of a year, I'm going to ask for 10% of that back because this is a loan. So that means everybody has to owe back 11 cents.
Mm-hmm.
If the bank was the one that issued the $1 and there's no other currency left out there on the market, how is everyone going to pay back that 11 cents? There's two options. One, the bank issues more loans.
Right.
Or two, someone needs to fail.
Right. And that's the central bank
system that we have built our entire society on the monetary value system, where we value currency because we have banks and currency. And without those two instruments, we could defeat that sort of, I guess, this, I don't know what you want to call it. This is how we live. This is how we value everything.
Well, that's
and
the whole.
That's defeated. But to have everyone understand that, I don't think we'll ever get there. So we can just keep on trucking.
Well, and that's the problem is like the biggest reason why the government doesn't want people bartering is because there's no taxation, right?
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea is that the government itself is created to never produce anything. They take and take and take and take and take, right? They never actually produce anything. They recycle, but they don't produce, right? So in the same sense,
no, just the important thing is that government, the Bank of Countries is created by hand in hand with governments, and that's a central part. But continue.
Yeah, well, that's the idea, and like the idea behind a centralized bank was knocked down. Both in America and other places too, many a times, even before World War I.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came up again because, well, it's easier if it's all centralized. And that's a very strong argument when you're talking about everything falling apart on a regular basis, right? It becomes a more influential issue that people don't realize. Hey, Marco.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
Oh, Your sound is not. Oh, guy.
Well, like
Sorry.
sound like
yeah.
the principal over the loudspeaker calling us to the office.
Yeah. It's announcing the one slice pizza party is here.
yeah,
Ryan is going to go talk to his union.
definitely.
And
I
then
think so.
Marco, what is wrong with you? Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Here.
I
You want to try now, Marco?
He's on mute, so
He's trying to figure out because it's somewhere it's looping, but anyways.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, much better.
There you go. And it's Ryan.
Hey,
Hello,
Ryan.
Ryan.
All right, so I didn't catch what you were saying, but I kind of got the gist of
Yeah.
what the whole thing of it was. I get it, but again, I just like the whole taxation thing, where I feel like it should be just one flat tax instead of more for
Sure.
people who make more money. I mean, I just think you're getting penalized for fucking making the American dream.
Well, if you want to get into that, I think there should be a consumption tax. So based on the amount of expense or like the exorbitant purchase, if you want to buy a TV, then there should be a very low tax on it. But if you want to buy a yacht, then God damn it, you should pay a huge sum of tax on that. We can use that tax money to build more roads. How about clean the water that you want to ride your goddamn yacht in?
So the only issue with that is then you can create a state level place like Delaware where it's like, oh, there's no taxes, and people just they become they try and find ways to encourage industry into their environment or their circle of influence, right? Like this is the problem with taxation, where it's like it should be a flat fee. That's a great idea, but the problem is that the flat fee for that to work is higher than the majority of people can afford, and that's where you're going, fuck, right? It's a very I don't think any of us are knowledgeable enough to
I like
actually
to consider myself an economist. I just gotta say, I have Googled a thing or two, sir.
See, I look at it more of, all right, if you make $1,000 and I make $10,000,
yes.
we both get taxed 10%. That's it. So because you're getting more money out of the $10,000 guy than you are the $1,000 guy, regardless.
So you're saying
just asking for more.
Right,
is just
you know what? How much that hurts the guy that's only making $1,000 way more than it hurts the guy making $10,000.
Get off your ass and work more.
So hold on. So Marco, instead of saying a flat cost, you're saying an actual percentage, a flat percentage.
Right, a flat percentage tax.
So this is the only tricky part with regards to that is that you have to have a higher on that regard is that right now you have a certain level of income where you don't have to pay taxes, right? Just because it's nothing. So also too, I saw this this week was if you're under the age of 18, technically you can't vote. If you can't vote, you shouldn't have to pay taxes. And I was like, oh, that's taxation without representation. That's actually a great point. Damn. Ooh, that is tricky. I like it.
That is very good.
But that is the whole guideline, right? So I don't think that that's a bad idea. I think that it needs to be. The problem is that threshold is a very, very wonky place, right? Like that's because you can't do 1,000 and 10,000. It has to be like 2,500. But then the guy who's 2,500 is going to work. He's going to not be willing to work more. Like there's. Anyways, Ryan, I saw you hold like a Cheeto in the air. I'm assuming you want to say something.
I think that, look, the flat freezing idea, the scalable tier that we have now is a decent idea. The problem is the ultra rich just avoid paying taxes. Like that's just the whole game that they play. Like that's just like, so no matter what you implement, they're still going to find a way to avoid paying. You need to close some of the loopholes that they're using and then tax them. Otherwise, it's a moot point.
See, I don't see it on that end because I don't hang out with ultra rich folks, but I do see it on the mediocre and lower end. And everybody and their mama around here is trying to find a tax loophole. You know how many dope heads are out here buying kids' Social Security numbers just to get that tax loophole? I mean, come on, man.
The difference here is billions, though. So, like,
the difference is the tax bracket.
Hey, Ryan, I think I just thought of a new business for us. The tax bros. Us four guys, we'll solve your tax issues. Do we know what we're doing? No. But can we talk about it? God damn it, yes.
Ryan Weiss's prepaid income
Only
tax.
$29.95 per hour.
So the difference is just the volume. It's the same thing that I don't like about the argument about people abusing assistance. Yes, it happens, but someone stealing on like what you that I don't even understand the thing you just said, but someone abusing the tax code for $10,000 is way different than someone like Elon Musk or Bezos, who literally make billions. They don't pay themselves. They get paid in stock options and things that are non-taxable. So therefore, they don't pay any freaking tax.
So they did things so pretty much they did the same thing you want to do, but you can't do, so you're mad at it.
Yes.
No,
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
That's the problem.
No.
That's so that, like, in actuality, that's the real problem, is that on every level, no one has said, hey, this taxation is actually worth it, right? Never. Like, and I'm not saying that it is or it isn't, but that's really the argument, is that under no circumstance has anyone said, you know what, my government does right by me. Especially I found in Canada and my understanding or perception of the United States, where people are going, no, fuck those assholes. They don't do shit for me. Why? Because they don't do shit. And that's been centuries of that kind of treatment where you're going, yeah, you know what? I don't want to pay taxes. Why? Because you fat fucks give me shit back, right?
Plus, we're brought up in a society that's, we don't want our money taken. Taxation is thievery, but fix our streets.
Well, listen, that's the hilarious part, is that, okay, listen, if there were environments where you could still regulate in that fashion, because I like the idea of saying, you know what, I'm okay. Like, with the amount you're getting taxed, I think is reasonable, but I feel like you should have the ability to say, well, I don't want my money going to education. Like, you don't have an entitlement to that, but at the same time, well, I have no kids and I'm done school. I don't want to pay for education. So that your money gets allotted somewhere else. And I feel like that's kind of like a way of voting at the same time. Like, to say, you know what, I don't support war. I don't want my money going to war stuff. I'm okay with going to healthcare. I'm okay to going to streets. I'm okay to going to education. I don't want to go to war. I think that's like, not the worst thing.
I feel like giving people a percentage of that too. Like, I don't think you couldn't get away with doing it all like that, because then things would just not be funded and we'd have the same problem again. But giving people,
oh no, we can't fund the $1 billion wars. No,
well, and then that's the other thing is, there's just not enough critical thinkers anymore. They're really like,
back to it, Ryan. I think you would agree with this. If you could eliminate your entire income tax, but just have a consumption tax. When you go to the store, depending on what you buy, the taxation scale will slide up depending on how much money you buy per a thing you buy, or how like elaborate that item is. Wouldn't you buy more into that?
Like a luxury tax almost too. Like, if you're buying, yeah.
But we can call it a consumption tax, and you can eliminate.
Here's the other thing is because I forget which one of you hit on this, but again, the lack of critical thinking for the last 30, 40, 50 years, you can't even say you're going to raise taxes for something anymore in America. Like, you have to, how are we going to fund this? Well, we're definitely not going to raise taxes. We'll find a way to fund it without raising taxes. And it's like,
but then nothing gets done.
You can't sustain a government like that. Like, they need to be able to raise funds to work on the projects they need to work on. Sure, they're spending it horribly and it's mismanaged and all that shit. But like, the utilities are the favorite thing we bitch about here in Cleveland. Let's say they need a 10% tax to maintain all the roads in Cleveland. But for the past 50 years, they haven't been able to raise it up from an 8% because no one's going to vote for a 2% tax increase. Right. So now they're stuck in a situation where they can't fund anything. But it's not that the people can't bitch. It's that the people are so misinformed and misguided that they don't understand. Like certain things are necessary. Certain pains are necessary. Like,
guys, the revolution starts now.
I get what you're saying, but here's something that a judge told me a long time ago, and it's true to this day. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignorance, it's simple as that. So if these people are being misinformed, it's not anybody else's job. I mean, we're being misinformed every day on the news. It ain't anybody else's job to put it out there. It's your own job to get your own knowledge. And if you decide that you want dumb kids in your community because you want this other something else taken care of, then that's on y'all.
Absolutely. I get misinformed by my dog all the time. He'll tell me like, I gotta go outside for a pee, and then I go outside, and it's like, he doesn't have to pee.
We kind of already have the idea that, but see, we kind of already have the idea that Dino was you were, because we kind of already have different counties funding different parts. Yeah. Even throughout the states, like Hudson and Parma and Lorraine have great schools because they voted for that and chose that for the last 50 years. And they have raised their taxes on their citizens. Like, they fund the shit. Whereas other counties don't fund the shit. Let's all move to Canada. Dina's got a basement, right? Yeah, Dina, how big is your basement, buddy?
Not big enough for the three of you. I'll tell you that
It's actually not as big as Ryan's. Don't let him fool you. Ryan got a fucking huge basement. He could put put at least 5 families of Mexicans in that basement.
It's already full. No vacancy.
No vacancy.
See, that's your problem, Ryan. You're not an entrepreneur like you need to be. You got that huge basement. You get 4 or 5 families of Mexicans. You can get that whole thing renovated, and you get it rent.
I've renovated it, rented it out.
Gotta get some illegals, done, bro. Gotta get some illegals. If they're gonna be here, fucking use them to our advantage.
Oh God.
Hey, legal rentals, welcome. Eargasm.
Illegal.
No, you call them migrant rentals. Migrant.
No. Migrant citizens, illegal rentals. Come on down to Eargasm Comedy. Let's go. The ceiling's too low. The wiring's bad. There's mold. We don't know if it's black mold. For you
can't say it's black. That's racist. You just say it's mold.
This episode of Falling to the Top, brought to you by Horrible People. All right, everybody. Also known as Exhibit A.
But yeah, I mean, short ceilings. Mexicans are short. They usually know some kind of electricity, so you get your wiring done. They'll use that mold and make you taquitos.
My basement apartment is made for hobbits. It's not right.
Hobbit American.
Hobbit American. Oh, that's not right. That's definitely going to get this canceled. Oh, God.
No, I made sure it was clear. It's Hobbit American, and we're not allowed to say black mold. We just say mold.
Mold of various colors.
I want the skilled laborers, not the unskilled. I want the skilled.
Listen to that. Listen to that, Mr. Republican. Listen to Mr. Republican over there. We want skilled laborers now. Let them all in. But we want skilled laborers to do our shit.
Listen, I was watching a documentary right before this that it was about World War II, and it literally at one point it goes, so the Germans deployed all their skilled laborers to the front lines, and then they used slave labor. And fun fact, slave labor is not actually that skilled. And I was like, you think? Why
would you do this to me? Why would you bring up this kind of a fact? You're like, I heard an interesting fact. Sir, that's not an interesting fact.
No training for the slaves.
They had them building planes. Like, that could possibly not go wrong. And then they're like, yeah, about 40% of them are wound up not being usable due to sabotage. I'm like, yeah, that tends to happen when you employ the enemy that you captured to make your fucking planes.
Yeah, but what does it say for the other 60% that was just slapped together? We can't find Malaysian Air, whatever the hell that is. But we got something slapped together by Bobo and his 3 friends that's flying and bombing the rest of NATO.
Oh shit!
Killed Nona and
oh
God. This is why the internet is going where it's going. It's because of you people. What do you mean, you people? That's fantastic.
Yeah, can't say you people.
The best part is I'm like, Ryan, why would you say these things? And Ryan's going, no, I have more. It's gonna get worse. And you're like,
yeah,
it's good to know. It's good to know that limbo line real low. It's real down, right down to the ground. Also, too, I sent this to Matt Tubby. There was a car that got pulled over. It was a self-driving car that got pulled over by police. Interestingly enough, in the video, you see one police officer whipping out his baton. And you're like, what are you going to do with your baton there, idiot? It is a fantastic video.
Beat the front of the bumper.
It's a self-driving car. They tried to open the door. They're looking in the windows. You're like, guy, there's no one in the car. It's got cameras on the top. And you're going, yeah. It's got a bunch of computers in it. And they're going, well, what do we do now? Yeah, you beat it up, you dipshits.
Yeah, they should have pulled their
to
guns
see-
on it.
Time
Really.
to see if Johnny Five can feel pain. Let's go.
It's absolutely horrible.
You see what Schwarzenegger did to the Johnny Cab in Total Recall.
Absolutely. Ryan, you want to plug everything? Go ahead.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of content you like, and I know it is because you're commenting your little hearts out, and we love you, deviant bastards. Please go ahead and check out our Patreon. For the love of everything holy, Dino needs a paycheck again. Go ahead
Good night.
and check out the Cass App, the Patreon, and all those glorious things. Like I said earlier, our new ad this time around, there's a lot of weird stuff in here, Dino. They are going to be giving you 10% off garage cleaning from Exclusive Housekeeping Services. I'm looking for their little thing, and it's gone. It's all the way gone. No. Yeah, Exclusive Housekeeping Services, 216-650-7984. 10% off all of your garage cleaning needs.
Listen, that was Valentine's Day. They thought of you guys to get you some action, okay? So they're back for more, and they're saying, hey, it's garage cleaning season. You're not going to do it. We all know you're not going to do it. You're lazy. It's fine, but you got some money. Call them. They'll give you an estimate. It's fine. And you get 10% off by mentioning your guys. What else you want to talk about?
That's it. Like, subscribe, follow our stuff. Let's get
it's about time that you guys like and subscribe. That's only reasonable. What else was there? Oh, did you guys talked about Gilbert Gottfried?
Yes.
I love the fact that this was his last tweet, where it's like, which is the worst crime, Chris Rock being physically assaulted or Chris Rock telling jokes? Which, listen, Gilbert Gottfried, way to kick somebody while they're down, and I love it. It's absolutely
like the best joke I think for the time. Like if that's the last joke you can tell before you go, or that's put it out on the internet. It's pretty good.
The best thing, he could have slapped Chris Rock and been like, "I'm out," and died.
Well, trust me, other people are trying to take advantage. So we have Art Shafir said this. Matt sent it to me.
Yeah.
Comes as no surprise that Gilbert Gottfried died 3 days before tax day. I bet he's stealing toilet paper while Satan gets him at the go box for that one leftover piece of Aflac duck sushi. Roast in hell.
That Ari Shafir, I fucking love him. Shafir,
yeah.
That's the amazing racist.
He's so bad.
You ever watch his show? It's actually called Amazing Racist. I fucking love it, dude. It's hilarious.
It's something, that's for sure. They would fail if they tried to clean my uncle's garage. Well, yeah, there's that. But hey,
let them try. 10%.
There's no harm in trying. Listen, no harm in trying, right?
Have a beer, sit back, and watch. It'll be good.
I don't think you should encourage people to, hey, watch these people clean your place. Like, that's weird.
But also,
at least they supervise.
Didn't you just say slave labor didn't make good airplanes?
Well, literally, they're being paid. It's 10% off, not free, okay?
Indentured servitude, slavery, whatever you white folks want to call it.
You're not wrong, Marco.
Listen.
You're not.
And this is why I remind everyone that, hey, it's time to get your prostate checked and to hate some honkies. Hate your local honkies because they're the worst, apparently. That's fair.
Now we get the top of the potato bald spot.
He's definitely a potato. All right. Well, I think that's about it, guys. Follow Eargasm Comedy on YouTube, Eargasm Comedy Showcase on Facebook. I have my Twitch channel where this is broadcasting to as well. Is anyone watching? Yeah, that's there. As well, Dino the Genetic Marvel YouTube. We have Upside Down Studios as well. And it's What the Fuck Wednesday is tomorrow. Is that happening this week or no?
Yep.
Okay. And they have various other things. So check out Upside Down Studios. Matt Duffy Comedy, do you have a show coming up soon or no?
TBD, but yes.
Okay. there's been random people canceling shows, and I'm assuming that essentially it's like, hey, you can spit in almost everyone's mouth now, but not quite, and it might shut down a place. So.
The Asians ain't letting you spit in nobody's mouth. You can't even spit in a butthole.
I think I'm out. Have a good night, guys.
Oh, you got an Asian and he took offense to it. Sorry you can't spit in your old lady's butthole.
That's how you end the show.
Jeez.
We're sorry you can't spit in your old lady's butthole, everyone. You guys have a wonderful night. And I believe that's about it.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
We're out.
See you in a week's time.
1, 2, 3.